Today's September 2nd, 2025. It is around, 6:20 my time, a.m., 6:20 a.m. on the east coast of the U.S. This will be my most interesting Aquarian type reading. So I hope you can hold on, and the strangeness of who I am, the uniqueness of who I am, is a reminder that the times we're in, Pluto and Aquarius, is for us to find us. That's why there's so much chaos on the outside world, because there's so much chaos internally with us to really figure out who we are and get our power back, to empower ourselves. Now, in this reading, I'm going to go through quite a bit of stuff, so I hope you can pick it up. I hope you can understand it. And I'm going to talk to you about September mostly. I'm going to talk to you about the two eclipses. One will be on the 7th of September. It'll be a total eclipse, full moon in Pisces. And the other one will be in the 21st of September, a partial eclipse, late in the sign of Virgo. I'll talk about the significance of that. I want to talk about the 5 outer planets, the 3, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, that are the messengers from God, the universe, that come into our physical plane that we decided to come into. Why, I'm not sure. Still not sure why I chose to come here. I guess I had some lessons to learn about caring for oneself, caring for others. They've all changed signs. Now, Neptune's going to go back for a moment into its sign that it rules Pisces, but it's only going to be for a little while, but not just until late January, early February of 26. The 3 outer planets are the ones that you can't touch or feel, right? Pluto's the soul, the farthest outer planet. Neptune rules karma, and Uranus rules shocking, sudden change. But they're all not, you can't put your finger on them. They're all energies, and I'm going to talk a lot about energies today. The 2 middle planets, which we call the messengers, Saturn and Jupiter, they decipher the information. Saturn brings it to us from a lesson perspective, that we got to learn and teach ourselves and each other about the physical plane. And then Jupiter wants to expand and bring luck. So I'm not going to say Saturn's just unlucky, but Saturn makes you do the work, and you don't really see the results initially. But if you stay doing the work in time, the energy does show up. And then Jupiter likes to expand anything it touches. If you're doing something bad, it'll expand that. If you're doing something good, it'll expand that. It likes expansion. It likes to bring, I'm going to call it prosperity and freedom, I guess is how I'll put it. All of those have changed signs. It's a rare occurrence. So in that, I'm going to talk about the eclipses, but I'm going to first show you something. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to turn the light off. I want to show you something that a friend of mine recommended that I try it. So I did. I found and borrowed one, and so I tried it. And I'm going to put this on here, and then questions, go ahead. So I'm pausing for a second. I know you can't see much, but this is a Tesla device. I'm going to light it up, and it messes up all my, and then I'm putting it on my right side of my head. We're energy, everybody. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to turn the light on so you can see it. Now, this Tesla machine, when I turn it on, it messes up my computer, messes up my cell phone, because it is energy. And guess what? Your energy. I know you got this physical body, but your real power is in your energy and your soul. And so I'm going to turn it back on now so you can see the device itself. If that's your path, go ahead. I'm okay with that. The truth is, though, this is your chance to find you. We've never had a better opportunity. Now, Pisces just gave us a taste, me and an Aries, where we're taking the karma and trying to make something of it, right? Aries is the first sign. It's a fire sign where you can bring alchemy and change who you are, change what you are, change what's around you, your surroundings, and from a physical sense, because that's what Aries is. But Pisces rules, Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces, and Neptune is your karma, your soul, your understanding of your soul, your knowledge, how and what you know, how and what you've undone, how you've undone yourself, what your karma is, how to heal it, how to go back and work on that, and stop letting that scarred part of your soul, the karma part of something you wish you would have did, you could have did, or what somebody did to you. You fix it. You get there and fix it. Neptune is trying to help you tremendously here. Get on it. It's going to go backwards into Pisces, to your last chance to really absorb it. And then when it goes back direct and then back into Aries at the end of January, early February of 26, it's going to be your opportunity to awaken, okay? And get back on your karmic schedule. Scooting up to Uranus now. Uranus has gone into the sign of Gemini. And remember, Geminis are the twins facing opposite directions. And one point or the other, agreeing and disagreeing. Now, in that, right, your Uranus will go back into Taurus for, give me a second here, I got to look in the book, my good old ephemeris, for a little bit in December. But it's going to end, and it was just trying to show us the truth about the physical plane, because Taurus is the first of the earth signs. When it gets back into Gemini, you're going to start seeing the lies. That's what's showing up, the lies. And the lies are everywhere, okay? They're everywhere. Uranus is showing you that if it's trying to show you the truth, sometimes you have to reveal the lie to get there, okay? So, first of all, hopefully you come to understanding everything's a lie. The education system is the biggest mind-controlling bullshit thing ever. And if you can start grasping that, you're going to really start undoing this thing. AI, biggest joke in the history of the universe. They're suckering a lot of people into investments. It's my opinion. They're going to crash this thing through a huge event coming very shortly. I don't know what it's going to be, a war. I don't know. It's going to be something huge. They're going to crash the economy and say that caused it, but no. They've got everybody into this AI. Go ahead, invest in it, and what's going to happen to you is you're going to get suckered in and lose your ass. And then in 3 or 4 years, they'll dump everything back in and try to bring what they really want to do. Trust me on that. They did it with 9/11, and they did it with the stock market at 2K, Y2K. Oh, everything's going to crash. They got you all worked up, prepared you, and then when it didn't, everybody jumped in. Then they screwed them in 2001, dropped the market. It's how it always goes. Wake the hell up, okay? Now, go to Saturn. Saturn's the next planet in. That's one of the two that are the messengers, right? They bring us and relay the message to us on the physical plane from the outer planets. Saturn is what it was in Pisces. It's going to go back. It's in Aries. It's awakening us to bring alchemy. But Saturn says you got to do your part. So start, if you don't go within, Pluto and Neptune are screaming for you to go within and find yourself, then Saturn's going to be a waste of time, because you're going to follow the dumb bullshit you're being fed through the media, through education, and you're going to end up in a worse off place. So you might want to be careful. Shut the TV off. Get your damn research going into your soul. Get out, feel. Nature is going to be wonderful for you, okay? Then I want to go to Jupiter, because that's also a planet that just changed signs, and Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer, which is the moon, which is your ability to tap into all that you are. I've never seen a better lineup of planets, the outer planets, trying to awaken us to that which we really are. You're not the physical body. You're not just that. You're so much more. Your real power is within. It's not physical. So with Jupiter in Cancer, the moon rules Cancer, and Jupiter being there, you're very, very, very intuitive right now. So your psychic abilities are off the chart. Your need and your ability to find the truth and the lies is off the charts. Know that. Biggest thing you can do here is to get in the middle. I've been talking about this forever. I knew it was for this time. They're going to try and swing you from left to right, from good to bad, from light to dark, from goodness to evil. The further you swing on both sides, the bigger you're going to be in trouble. Now, the more you feel bliss, be careful. Don't go too far off the ledge, because sometimes the ego will be attached to that. And I want us all to be careful that we don't let the ego, right, get out of control. And we remind ourselves we're all a speck. We're a bit of energy. I think it's from the universe. And we just need to share that. We need to share what we know and who we are. So your time to be unique, your soul, and what it truly is time to emerge. You must, at all costs, be truthful. Don't be truthful to others initially, if that's going to be a struggle. Be truthful to you. When things come up from internally, bring them up in soft, gentle ways initially. To others to help if you can't sort it out yourself. Don't force it upon them. Remember, if you stay in the middle, you want to change bad. Others around you may not. You got to see where they are. You test that. And the more you do that, the more you try to find in your initial endeavor where others are as you in your surrounding part of your life. If you find out more where they are, and this is part of the karmic thing, and make that just as big as an emphasis as where you're trying to go, you're going to win this thing. Because then you're going to get the most out of people, and they're going to get the most out of you. And that's all we do. Okay, that's all that we need to do here. Last thing I want to tell you, if you don't think this is a bullshit lie, the big money back in the 70s and 80s was in cigarettes, right? The poisoning of cigarettes was out of control. Out of control. When they finally realized they were getting to the end because the cancer and everything had involved like they needed it or wanted it. They had already created the doctors, the scenarios for health care. It was really sick care. And when it started to get unraveled like they knew it would, everything has a cycle, like astrology. Where they moved to? They moved to food. The big guys went to the big guys' Kraft and, the real big Procter & Gamble. So all those chemicals and all that went into the food. If you don't think I'm right, then why is food so bad right now? So why are everybody telling you, grow your own, grow your own? Well, guess what? Once the food started to be revealed, and it came, in the early 2000s, it came, that it started, hey, this ain't good for you, whatever. It started to be revealed. First guys got hacked up. Kevin Trudeau was one of them. What happened is then they transited to the medical industry. And if you don't think so, why is there so many medical facilities opening up? How do they know before it happens, right? How are they that good? Yeah, well, they are because they're that evil. And they're creating evil. They're creating illnesses for you to then cause you to have to find a specialist. Now notice when you go to the doctor, they're always sending you to somebody else. So it's almost like they just pass the buck to make as much as they can. And they poisoned us with medication. Medication. Anytime you want to heal yourself with something naturally, there's no data you can find. How the hell can that be? If you don't believe me, look up this Tesla machine. Probably one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself. Good luck finding something about it. Start making yourself aware that this is on purpose. Wake up. I'm still offering readings. I had a few, and I really appreciated and enjoyed it. And I thank you for those that did it. I'm still offering readings for $75. It's an hour. I don't really care if people comment or whatever because I know it's a private thing, but I'm enjoying it. I have the energy, I have the time. I'd love to read. I'll put an email in the subject line below. Good luck, man. These eclipses are the universe's way of awakening you because the universe knows you're ready. If you carry fear with you, you'll probably crawl back in your hole. Remove the fear. Remember that the eclipses are like a lightning bolt hitting to startle you, to wake you back up and get you back in the moment. And that's all it's doing. But they will leave you better than you're found if fear is removed. And you got this. Because the truth is everywhere. So are the lies. So you're going to be able to distinguish them fairly easily. But think for yourself, please. Good luck.